Let's be honest. We're living in a weird time. Weird, but super interesting, super cool. In 2026, the work is basically solved. Your AI just spit out the most perfect deck. It created a top-notch presentation. The data is cleaner than you could ever make it. The logic is airtight. But look around that meeting room. The room is quiet. There is a gap between that data and the decision that needs to happen. And everyone is waiting. You have the insight and you can see the move, but your internal filter is screaming at you. Is it the right time? Will I sound stupid? By the time you finish that thought, the moment has evaporated. Information is a commodity now. AI can write your strategy, but it can't command a brainstorm. It cannot jump into a pivot with timing and charisma. That is the human edge. If you are still the quiet person, you aren't being thoughtful. You're becoming obsolete. Today, we install the 3-second rule. This is your operating system for the social architect. Let's get to work. A lot of people ask me, MD, why do I freeze? It's not a personality flaw, I promise. It is a technical failure of timing. This is what I mean. In a high-stakes meeting, your brain is running a social risk assessment. The moment a thought hits your mind, a clock starts ticking. And you have exactly 3 seconds before your amygdala flags that thought as a threat to your status. It starts asking questions. Is this smart enough? Is this okay? Am I interrupting? Am I using enough body language? What if I'm wrong? See, this is the negotiation loop. The longer you wait, the more activation energy you need to speak. Think about it like this. At 1 second, you're a contributor. At 3 seconds, you're a spectator. At 5 seconds, you are a social shadow. The window slams shut. We are going to manual override this loop using 3 biomechanical layers. Layer 1, physicality. Presence is not vocal, it is spatial. Most people wait until they start talking to change their posture. That's too late. The moment the thought occurs, second 1, you execute the lean. So you want to shift your weight to the edge of your chair. If you're standing, then slightly lean in forward. Do not wait to speak. Shift your weight forward. This is a biomechanical signal. It increases your oxygen intake. It preloads your voice. Point your sternum at the center of the room. If you're on Zoom or Meet, and this is key, I want you to move your body 3 inches closer to the camera. This is your social flare. You are claiming the oxygen in the room before you ever even make a sound. By the time you open your mouth, the room is subconsciously ready for your entry. Layer 2, the descending inflection. In 2026, AI voices are pretty good, but they often fall flat or even up-talky. To command presence, your voice must have weight. Most quiet people use rising inflection. They end their points like a question, such as, maybe we should try a new vendor? This signals low status. It practically invites people to overrule you. We are going to practice the vocal anchor. You must end your sentence on a lower pitch than you started. Let's do a vocal drill together. Say this out loud. That's an interesting point. Now I want you to say it again, but drop your pitch at the word point. This is an interesting point. That's an interesting point. What does this do? Well, it sounds heavy. It sounds final. It sounds like presence equity. Practice this 3 times a day until it's your default setting. It does take some practice, but practice makes progress. And this is how you own second number 2. Layer 3 is the wedge. You've pivoted. You've anchored your tone. Now you need the scripts to break the seal. In the human edge era, you don't need a paragraph. You need a hook. If you try to wait for a gap, you will be waiting for the rest of your life. So use the wedge to create the gap. Here are your 3 primary frames. The agreement bridge. Building on that, this is the ultimate entry. It allows you to interject without being adversarial. Analytical pivot. Let's look at the inverse. This positions you as the architect who sees what the AI missed. The pulse check. Let's pause there. This is the highest status move because only the leader of the room controls the tempo. Use these in second 3. Don't wait for permission. Assume alignment. What if you try to speak and somebody talks over you? Most people shrink. They go back to their social shadow. That is a frame collapse. If you are interrupted, execute the steady gaze. Do not increase your volume. Do not look away. Finish your wedge at your original pace. What does this do? It creates social friction. It makes the interrupter feel the clash. 9 times out of 10, they will recede because your frame is more stable than theirs. This, my friends, is how you protect your presence. I'm giving you the mechanics, but mechanics without reps is just theory. In the AI era, the people who win are the ones who have trained their human edge to be a reflex. And this is why I built Explearning Academy. It's a membership space for people who are done being quiet, for people who are done lacking confidence. Inside Explearning Academy, we do live drills. We have vocal tonality labs. We practice real-time interjections and real-time interactions. And this is key. We do this in a safe environment that is low stakes so that when you're in that boardroom or when you're with your boss for a one-on-one, you don't have to think. You just architect. So the link is down in the description, and join us in Academy to claim your presence and charisma. Here is the twist that you might not like. Being the quiet person is not humble. It's actually selfish. Think about it this way. You are sitting there hoarding your insights because you are afraid of a social scratch. You are prioritizing your comfort over the mission of your team. In a world where AI provides the content, your team needs your conviction. And so the 3-second rule is actually your duty. So I want you to stop perfecting and start showing up as you. So my friends, the 3-second rule is how you enter. But how do you lead once you're in? How do you use body language to keep the attention that you just earned? That's going to require a deeper look at nonverbal dominance, which is what we're breaking down right here. I'll see you in the next frame. Bye for now, and happy exploring, everybody.